still here. Okay, so sometimes after a show, someone might come up and ask me one of two questions. One is, how did you even find out you could even do any of that? And second, is there a track going on behind you while you're making those noises? And the answer is no, and it's actually all me making those noises. So tonight I'm going to build a beat, is that okay? Yeah. Great, now this will be accompanied by story time, so listen up. All right, when I was 4 years old, I used to drive around with my mother everywhere, and I used to sing along to the car radio, and I was singing at the top of my lungs. She looks back at me in the car seat, she's like, wow, he really loves singing. Let's put him in gospel choir. So every Sunday I would go to church and I would sing in the gospel choir, and I loved singing, but I would look over in the corner and I would see the drummer going absolutely crazy. And frankly, he was the coolest man alive. So every Sunday I would go to church, every Sunday I would sing, every Sunday I would see the drummer going crazy, and over time I became really interested in taking drum lessons. My mother was not into it. But unfortunately for her, I saw this movie called Police Academy. My mother hates that movie. So there's this character played by a guy named Winslow. He can make he does voice mimicking. He can make noises with his mouth and imitate anything. It was incredible, it was amazing. After seeing that movie, I thought, well, if my mother will not let me take drum lessons, I will learn to build a drum set with my mouth. So the very first sound I learned was from the opening scene when they introduced Michael Winslow's character in Police Academy. It's very simple, it is Now over time, I practiced, and I started getting pretty good. It started sounding like... My mother thought the drum lessons would be annoying. This was so much worse. I could do it anywhere, car rides, dinners. Wild, drove her nuts. So after I picked up that sound, I started looking at other parts of the drum set. Of course, there's the crash cymbal, the tom drums, and then there is the snare drum. Now, the snare drum can make a lot of different noises, a lot. But for tonight, we're just going to use, all right? So you take and with a bit of practice, it starts to sound like. Now, fast forward to high school. I was a freshman. And as you might imagine, the freshman walking down the hallway making weird noises with his mouth might not be very popular. Fortunately for me, during lunchtime, there was something called a cipher. Now, a cipher is when all the cool kids go home, they write raps in their notebooks, they come back to school the next day, and at lunchtime, they circle up and they spit their rhymes. Now, I could not rap, but I could make these weird noises. And they always needed someone to drop a beat. So I went home and I said, I will be cool! I started listening to hip-hop records and I started picking up sounds like stuff like that, you know? But the sound that really rounded out my kit, of course, was the kick drum, which is... So, all these collective noises made me one of the most popular kids in high school. It was awesome. He was homeschooled. Okay, so that was messed up, man. So you take and with a bit of practice, it sounds like. This next one is for all the drummers.